A very good morning to all my dear students. Today we are just going to start our new poem that is Wonder Thirst. This is the last poem from our Unit 2 and Section 4. This is the famous poem about a man's desire for endless wandering and travel. This very famous poem has been written by Gerald Gould. But before discussing this very poem, let me introduce myself. I'm Monica, your new English teacher, and from today onwards, we are just going to start our literature portion from the last part or the last concept of our Unit 2, and the poem name is The Wonder Thirst. The very prolific writer or the poet here, Gerald Gould, was an English writer known as journalist and reviver and essayist and poet. He was just got born in 1885 and he got died in 1936. At the time when Gerald Gould was born, at that particular time, there was the Industrial Revolution in the Europe. After that, he had just thought that how could be the industries prevailed all along in the world. So he just thought that we should go or move towards the nature. So our Gerald Gould just make his mind to travel or to wander endlessly in the world. That's why he has just written down this very poem that is Wander Thirst. Here wander thirst means a strong wish to travel from one place to another one. And this is also without any specific reason or the aim. So we come to know that wander means to travel and thirst means to be thirsty. Here Gerald Gould seems to be the thirsty of traveling. Here the wander thirst refers to the strong wish to travel. So here thirst is used as metaphor for the strong wish. So let us start with our poem, and with this continuation we are moving towards the difficult word meaning as well as the question and answers and the other activities which are just given in your book. So we are going to start with the first stanza. If I will talk about this very poem, then this poem has been divided into three stanza or the three, you can say, three quatrains. Quatrains are the 4-line stanzas. And the rhyme scheme you will meet here is the AA and BB. Remember all these points, and you have to mention all these devices as well as the rhyme scheme and what kind of poem it is. You have to mention all these things into a fair notebook. So let's get started with the first of the paragraph, what the Gerald Gould want to convey us about his wander thirst. So this is the famous poem. If I will talk about the background of this poem, then this poem is all about a man's desire for endless wandering and traveling. Now let's get started. Beyond the east, the sunrise. Beyond the west, the sea. It means generally we found that from the east direction, the sun goes to rise. And from the west, we will see the seas. So in the European countries, you can see this very scenario very well. So he will just talk about two of the different direction. One is east, another one is west. So he is so fond of wandering or traveling the world in the endless manner that not even east, not even west, he wants to go beyond all these directions. Next line, the second line of this first stanza says, and east and west, the wander thirst that will not let me be. It means either it can be the west direction, it can be the east direction, but my wanderthirst, which means a strong wish to travel from one place to another place without any specific reason or aim, that will not let me. It means they will not let me down. I will not stop in any condition on any difficulties because I have a fond of wander or traveling. Now the third line says, it walks in me like madness, dear, to bid me say goodbye. It means it recalls me for wandering the or traveling around the world, and it works like madness in me. Dear to his readers, he is conveying to bid me say goodbye. Whenever a person go outside, or you can say go outside for the wandering and traveling, then he or she has to say or bid to say goodbye to his relatives, to his family, right? So here is the same thing, that this traveling thirst or the wander thirst uh, maddened me so extent that it convey, or I always used to say goodbye to my family. It's not bothering me, it's not making me the emotionless, but it is a thing which gives me the energy to say positive goodbye to my family. For the seas call and the star call. Here the poet says, who is calling me to go outside? The sea call me, the stars call me. It means all the natural sources of the nature just calling our Gerald Gould to move outside and to travel the world. And oh, the call of the sky. It means the sky is also calling our Gerald Gould. Like here, seas, calls, and sky. These are you have just given the human attributes. It means the personification, you can say, because the sea stars cannot make a call to you. So remember, the first poetic device is here, that is wander thirst. Here, thirst has been used as a metaphorically for the strong wish, and the personification has been used when the sea calls, star calls, and the call of the sky has been told by our Gerald Gould. So let's move towards the second stanza, and we are going to read the first line here, where the poet wants to say, I know not where the white road runs. I don't know where is the white road. It means the road maybe you can say made with the sand or the all the stones. So these kind of roads is known as the white roads here. So this is also the metaphorically say this kind of road to the white roads. So generally he didn't know that where he has to go, nor what the blue hills are. I don't know even where are the mountains, where I have to stay there, where are the blue hills where I have to go. Here in the first line, we are going to confirm that Gerald Gould has no aim, no specific reason to go outside, but he wants to go outside because of his wander thirst. The second line says, but a man can have the sun for the friend. But if you don't feel a kind of comfort while traveling, then you can make sun for your friend. It means sun is can be your friend while traveling, and for his guide a star. And if you are the wanderer thirst person, then a star can also guide you in the night. Sun is also a star, and it will guide you in the day, and the star, it will guide you in the night. It means these two natural elements will guide you in the you can say proficient manner, because they never cheat you. They will never give you any you can say pretended motion to move away. They will remain the same forever. So he wants to move towards the nature on the great extent. The third line says, and there is no end of voyaging, sorry, he says, when once the voice is heard. His voicing means the journey which was traveled by water, especially a long one in a ship. So, here he wants to say that there is no end of any traveling. You could hear the voice which was just recalling you or calling you for moving outside your home. And in the last line, he says, now this time he is called by rivers, roads, and the call of the birds. Here, all these natural elements just given a kind of specification and give the human attributes that he using here, that they were just all elements call him to move outside, and they were just all elements just awaken his wonder thirst. So this to Senja has been clear to you, I hope so. So with the rhyme scheme A B B. So here the last paragraph says, yonder the long horizon lie. Yonder means over there. The long origin means origin is a line at which the earth, you can say, or any kind of natural things like sea and the sky seems to meet. Means the earth and the sky seems to meet is the line named as horizon line. So yonder the long horizon lies. It means over there the horizon seems to be lie, and there by night and day the old ship drawn to home again and young ship sails away. It means you will see that particular horizon line, it will occur in day as well as the night. It means nature never ever change, but the human beings are. He wants to convey us that there is no changing, you can say, tendency in the nature, but in the human beings are. So the second line says, the old ships drawn to home again. Here, old ships are metaphorically described as the old human beings, old aged persons. They're just drawn to home again. It means whenever a person just being to be in the young age, then he or she has to, you can say, gain a kind of wish, like the wonder thirst, like Gerald Gould, to move outside. So, but whenever they become old, then they have a kind of stay in their heart and they will found themselves to go home. So here the old ships mentions or the metaphorically says or refers to the old person, and the young ships are the young person who just moving outside the home for the wandering. Here the young ship sails away means the young ships or the young ones sails or one move away from the home because of the wander thirst. And come I may come if I will go outside. Yes, it is definitely that whenever you go outside, you have to come to your own place. Like the old ships, which were just gone away when they were young ships and when they were sailed away, once they have to come back. But go I must, but that like the young ships, I have to go. And if men ask you why, if the people ask you why you have to come one day and now you have to go, this is the answer you will get from the natural sources. That you might put the blame on the stars and the suns and the white roads in the sky. Why is Gerald Gould blaming all these stars, suns, and white roads and sky? Because these are the natural and the pious element of our nature that they always used to call the wonder thirst of our poet, that is Gerald Gould. So, now in the last line, he wants to convey us that whether you are young or old, you always have enchanted with the natural element, but when you are younger one, you have to move outside. It may be of any kind of reason. Here the reason is wonder thirst, which is gained by our Gerald Gold. But it can maybe, you can say, it can be any kind of the particular reason to move outside. But whenever you go, uh, you can say move towards your old age, you have to come home. And this is the specific thing which you just, you can say specific truth or the universal truth which is told by our Gerald Gold, that the old age always remember home, and the young age is, you can say, enchanted out from the outside scenario of the nature. So basically, this very poem is a very fantastic poem which has just written by our Gerald Gould, because Gerald Gould wants to convey the message that wanderthirst is also can be so beneficial to you, but the old age will give you the real significance, that the real happiness is to live at home. Wherever you go, you will need a home, right? So this is the message conveyed by Gerald Gould to us. So now let us discuss about the question and answers. Here the first question refers here in the comprehension says, why does the wanderer mention two different directions, east and west? The answer is that east and west are the two different direction, or to the we can say the two opposite directions which never meet. Just like that, our wanderer or our Gerald Gould mentioned these two directions because they have different specifications, they have different qualities, right? In which one is sunrise, another one is sea. So, in the life of a person, east direction is symbolized to be the sunrise of the young age, and west is of the sunset. It is of the old age, when we have to come, you can say, come back to our home. So here east and west, two words which are symbolizing us. One is for rising up, another one is the for the to calm down your wishes and to go back your home. The second question here says, is the wanderer going to the particular place? That particular, it means our Gerard Gould, the poet wanderer, going the particular place? No. He has no aim, no specific reason to go outside, but he wants to go outside because of the wonder thirst, because he was just enchanted. He was just, you can say, fascinated with the outside scenario of the nature, because at the time industrial revolution at its peak, and the every person who used to live in the European side, especially in the London and Norwich, at that particular streets, they were just entangled in the industrial revolution, and our poet don't, you can say, don't want to indulge in kind of pollution. He wants to go outside, not for the particular place, but for wandering each and every place of our earth. The third question says, does the wanderer know the way to the particular place? No, he doesn't know the way of any particular place, because he don't want to stay at one place. He want to wander here and there for the sake of happiness, in search of peace, in search of isolation, where he can revolve or recall or reminisce his memories. So the fourth question says, what does the line mean? The old ship draws to home again and the young ships sail away. I have told you that metaphorically old ships are refers to the old age people, and the young ships here refers to the young people. So here the old age, in the old age we have to come back our home, just like the old ships drawn to home again, and the young ships sail away, and the young person and the young, or you can say youth, has to sail away, means has to go come outside. Now fifth point says, whom do people put the blame on? Whenever you will think that our wanderer has to wander here and there and he will not stay at home, why? Then the poets just has to blame on the natural things which is just enchanting or fascinating our poet, that is sky, seas, moon, stars, white roads, sky. So these are all elements which we have to blame when the question will be asked, why you are so thirst for wonder. Now the third point, you can say, the second question. So the second points we have to here given, that find the words from the poem which have the following meaning. One is expressing good wishes when parting, ending conversation. A lovable person and walking or moving in a casual way, hold responsible the sound produced in a person's larynx. You have to find out all these words, and if you found any kind of difficulties, then you have to um, you can call me at any time and you can ask me about that. But these all these things and words you have to pick from the poem which has already been told you. And now here's the language skill. Here says each of the following activities accompanied by the certain condition form complete sentence using if, whether, and unless. It means we have to use three of the words. One is if, the second one is whether, and third one is unless. Whether or unless you can say. Here's basically the two words are there, but the whether and unless are using in the different conditions. So in the first we have to say go for a movie ticket available. It means uh if the tickets are available you can go for a movie, right? This is the complete sentence. So you have to form all these three just like that, which I just been made for the first, that if tickets are available you can go for a movie. You can also make all these things with your own perceptions, and you can take the help of your teacher. You can ask me anytime if you feel any kind of difficulties here. And the next, you can say question here says write a second sentence so that it has a similar meaning to the first. Use the word given in the bracket. It means here the example given, and we have to make a similar meaning sentences which are just given in the question. For example, here says John was polite, and we have to replace one word with the behaved, and we have to give the specific meaning or the same meaning to the first one. Here the John was polite, and we have to change that what a particular was with the behaved, and the sentence will be John behaved politely. It means we can change according to the need of the noun or the pronoun, and also with the you can say form of verbs, and we can also include adverbs, adjective according to the needs, but we have to form a new word but with the similar meaning. Here the second says the perfume had a strange smell, and we have to mention one word or replace the one word with smelled. So we can here say, we can make the sentence as follow: the perfume smelled strange, right? So you can try all these things in your pen notebook. Feel any kind of difficulty, you can call me out there. I hope this has been clear to you, my students. The poem is very easy to understand, but the deep meaning is here, and the poetic devices also rhyme scheme. What kind of poet are using all these poetic devices, and how he convey the message of old age and difference. And he is also telling us the difference between the old age and the young age, and how why he has written down the poem. You have to mention all these things in your poem. Here we are going to reference these very things. We will meet in the next video with the next topic. Thank you so much. Have a nice day, students.